now I would like to invite Mr. Vesović to give us a welcome speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Đorđe. I'm also very happy to be, well, at least virtually together with you, and I'm happy that we are coming to a phase where this project is basically going into implementation phase. I must say that I'm very thankful, especially to the ADA and also International Center for Migration Policy Development, because it recognized the Chamber of Commerce as an important institution and somebody who can basically, I would say, in the name of the project, link up everything that is interconnected. And I must say that, for example, Đorđe's role as a head of the Center for the Investment Promotion and Support for the Investments, and also at the same time somebody who is managing the Business Council of Diaspora and the questions about diaspora, I think that it's perfect connection to have real results this time. And I must say that I'm happy that our representative offices, especially office in Frankfurt and in Vienna, and our regional chambers, 5 regional chambers, are also on board with us and present here. And I must say that I think that it's almost naturally that we do this kind of business together. And thanks to the foreign donor and the International Center for Migration, we are basically now it's becoming possible to have a real results. And from one side, we want to handle and support the small and medium-sized enterprises to make them more internationalized in the way they're doing business. At the same time, a lot of them don't have an experience. They're not used to use the premises, for example, of the representative office of the chamber, and on the vice versa, our people living abroad are not used to go to the regional chambers to solve their issues, so to support them on the local level for the support to investment. And I think that this is the perfect way to interconnect them all through this joint project. And one of the most important parts for me, myself, and the chamber is to make this project sustainable. So if we are building this infrastructure, if we are trying to work on a model of the new way how to deal with diaspora, how to support our small and medium-sized enterprises through the mentoring program of the diaspora, and also to attract the investments and to give certain security for our diaspora people who are ready to invest in Serbia, and they should feel that they have a support of the different institutions as a part of their trying to actually further invest their money and to further invest their time and knowledge to support our businesses to work on these 3 markets that are at most importance in the European Union. I think that if we gather up Austria, Germany, and Switzerland, it's probably more than 60% of our overall trade with the European Union, and that sends very important message. So this is the main things that I wanted to share with you today. I'm very happy that we'll have this official signing of memorandum, because it kind of makes the obligation towards the both partners that we should work on this. We'll have the check-up times, as probably Mark already arranged, steering committees, and that we'll follow this through. But I don't know how we'll manage it during the next year because of the problematic that we are facing, basically unknown territory. We don't know, is this going to end up in April or in September? If you ask me, and from the Serbian side, I believe that until September we won't have a normal situation, in a sense that we could travel, we could meet, work on the ground, especially if we need to send some people there. But there is a lot of big part of the project is to prepare and to choose the right companies, to speak with them, to prepare the mentors to support those companies there. And we can do this in the next 6 to 9 months. So in the fall next year, I believe that this project will actually start to work and we will be ready for that. And that is my my humble opinion that it is possible, and that we will use efficiently the time ahead of us. And as far as we as a chamber, if you ask us, we are very much happy that this project started. We are very much happy that we will have your support, and I believe that Đorđe and our team, especially regional chambers and the representative offices abroad, will be capable to answer all the questions and to provide the support towards the company. This is from my side. Probably after this we'll have this virtual signing of agreement. We'll see how it works, but I believe that Mr. Pluim also has some messages for us.
Thank you. Dobro jutro. Hvala lijepo to all of you for making this signing ceremony of the Memorandum of Cooperation between the Chamber of Commerce and the Industry of Serbia and ICMPD happen today, especially at quite a late moment and during a very busy end of the year time. I'm very pleased and very honored actually that the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, as a very important authority in Serbia, and may I say in the whole Southeastern European region, is a close partner of ICMPD as an international organization where Serbia is one of its esteemed members since many years. And we have developed different forms of cooperation with different ministries. And I'm very happy that the Chamber of Commerce and Industry is now one of our closest partners. The Chamber, as many of you of course already know, is one of the most experienced public entities in Serbia and leading in the Western Balkan region on the topic of business diaspora. An issue which is also very high on the European Pact for Migration, recently presented, where they have this proposed talent partnership high on the agenda, which includes also cooperation with diaspora. So as such, I think the work we're doing here can actually also inspire initiatives and work elsewhere. I understood that already in the early 2000s, the Chamber founded the Business Council for Diaspora and worked closely with the Serbian diaspora on solving challenges for trade and business cooperation with diaspora host states. Clearly, you are leading by example. I'm very honored to sign the Memorandum of Cooperation with you, Director Vesović, especially that I understood you have a wealth of knowledge on the diaspora topic through the different positions that you have held over the last 20 years. Having worked myself in migration also for roughly 20 years, nice that we can work together and based on deep insight of the topic. I'm also very grateful that the Austrian Embassy, representing another member state, our host country, and the donor to the project is present here today. Of course, the support of the Embassy is extremely valuable. Thank you very much, Ms. Teoman Brener, for your presence here today. You will hear more about the Link Up project a bit later, but it's one of the largest projects implemented in Serbia and in the region, addressing specifically a business diaspora and local development activities. And several parts and activities of the project were built upon the Chamber's previous work, such as the Center for Diaspora, which serves as a baseline for the Diaspora Business Hub, the investment database know-how, which provide a baseline for the online platform for diaspora, and the support to diaspora business events abroad, especially in Switzerland and Germany, which are the baseline for the project support to the Business Summit in Switzerland and the business-to-business meetings in Germany. As I said before, the project builds upon this previous work, and the Chamber had a very important role in designing the project. And this is for us essential for all the work that we're doing before we start anywhere, to work in very good and close cooperation with our partners and make sure that what we develop is in line with your expectations. And I feel from statement of Mr. Vesović that we managed that. We will further the cooperation according to the MOU, Memorandum of Cooperation, on the following main topics. We would like to identify and engage with adequate diaspora mentors for the members of the Chamber and harness their potential for internationalization. We will strengthen the business outreach with the goal for extensively expanding the number of diaspora members to invest in Serbia and partner with Serbian companies. We would like to support diaspora in organizing a new investment conference in Vienna as a regular event for the whole Germany, Austria, Switzerland region, the so-called DACH region, and to create a regional DACH business diaspora network as a framework connected to the Chamber. In close cooperation with the Chamber and the diaspora experts, The project will also develop a leading online platform for engaging the business diaspora based upon successful models from other countries. We are very interested to expand our work on diaspora engagement on the regional level in the Western Balkans, like we do also with other regions. And the Chamber is one of the pioneers, as I mentioned earlier, of regional cooperation. And therefore, I hope that this memorandum of cooperation also provides a basis for working together on a regional level. We are grateful for the strong support in the project implementation, and I would like to again express my expectations for this successful and close cooperation. I would like finally to thank Austria, especially the Austrian Development Agency as a donor to this project, for the trust and good cooperation, and I look forward to signing this document virtually in whatever way we are going to do it. Copy it here, so we can do that later. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Pluim. Now I'll introduce and invite Ms. Erika Teoman. She's commercial counselor at the Embassy of Austria in Belgrade. Erika, please.
Do you hear me? Yes. Hello, good morning. Thank you so much for inviting me to this ceremony. I'm really very privileged and honored to be here. And most of these things that you said about the project, and especially the highlights of this project, have been mentioned by the previous speakers. I would just like to add a few comments also in light of the very close economic and commercial relations between Austria and Serbia, and why I consider this project extremely important. The trade between the two countries has been growing very dynamically over the last couple of years. And of course, this year, given the COVID crisis, we see a reduction, but nevertheless, we expect that it will develop next year and so on in a very positive way. It's always very interesting to see that the trade gap that used to exist between Serbia and Austria is shrinking over the years, which means that the Serbian trade with Austria and the Serbian products and everything is increasing very much in the value added. And I think this is also very important to see how Serbia as a business location is developing and what a positive direction. I think I don't have to mention that Austrian investments here in Serbia play a very important role. We are a very, I think, important investor here, and in certain market segments, I think also leading. But what is really important to mention, because I sometimes think that this is overlooked, is that the majority of our investments here in Serbia are really small and medium-sized companies from Austria, very often also family-owned companies. So in that respect, I think it's wonderful that you're concentrating on the SME sector here, to develop here by diaspora Serbs, and because obviously they are the backbone of the economy in Austria, and I think it's very good that we are doing this in Serbia too, and stress the importance of SMEs here in Serbia. Given the large number of diaspora Serbs in Austria, I think that you're really here, we really see an untapped potential for growth of investment and business here in Serbia. And very honestly, I mean, I've been here for 5 years now, and I've always been wondering since I came here, why there aren't more diaspora Serbs investing here, setting up business here, coming from Austria, other countries in Western and Northern Europe. So I think that what you're doing here is a fantastic project, and I really want to congratulate you. And a lot of things have been said about the Serbian Chamber of Commerce and Industry here and their role in this project. And I'm not being only polite, but I really want to say that I see MBPD found really the perfect partner for this project here. And the Federal Economic Chamber of Austria has been in very, very close cooperation with the Serbian Chamber of Commerce and Industry over the many, many years. And I think you really found the best partner to set up a successful project here. And let's hope that we will see many, many Serbian diaspora investments here in Serbia. And if there's anything we can do on our part, we will be very happy to contribute also to a successful implementation of this project. Again, thank you very much. We are very honored and very pleased that Austrian Development Agency was able to finance this. I wish you really lots of success and all the best. Thank you very much.